So, what could a toy company, one that nearly went completely bankrupt, possibly teach the entire real estate industry about how to survive and reinvent itself? Well, as it turns out, pretty much everything. Today, we're going to unpack the incredible comeback story of Lego and figure out what its blueprint means for agents and brokers, especially right now. It all starts with this simple, almost universal feeling. The author Troy Palmquist points out something that I think a lot of us can relate to. There's just something special about Lego. It's a brand that connects with us on a really deep level, from when we were kids to even now as adults. And that connection, it's really the heart of this whole story. And yeah, it's a fair question. I mean, on the surface, colorful little building blocks and property listings, they don't seem to have a whole lot in common, right? But if you look a little closer, the story of Lego's near-total collapse and its absolutely spectacular revival, well, it offers a really powerful blueprint for any industry that's facing major disruption. To really get the lessons here, first we have to understand the crisis. Because this isn't just a simple success story. No, this is a story about almost catastrophic failure and how the company managed to pull itself back from the very, very brink. I mean, think about the journey. It went from this tiny Danish workshop to a global icon with a brilliant, super consistent product. But then 2003 happened. The company was just hemorrhaging money. It had totally lost its way, chasing every new trend and completely forgetting what made it so special in the first place. So what exactly went wrong? The bottom line is this. Their customers' world completely changed. Kids started trading in their physical toys for digital screens in game consoles. Now, Lego tried to compete. They diversified into theme parks and just countless new product lines. But in doing that, they diluted that brand and lost focus on their core strength, that simple, perfect interlocking brick. And this brings us to right now. The real estate industry is facing its very own Lego moment. The ground is shifting under everyone's feet, and you can really start to see the cracks in the old foundation. The parallels are just uncanny. For Lego, it was the shift to screens. For real estate, it's all this evolving technology. Lego lost sight of the brick. The industry is trying to navigate shifting commissions and a market that's constantly in flux. And the result? It's the same. Immense pressure, burnout, and this feeling that the old way of doing things, it just isn't cutting it anymore. Okay, so how did they fix it? Well, they didn't just slash the budget. No, they fundamentally rebuilt their entire philosophy. And their strategy gives us this clear three-part blueprint for anyone in real estate who's looking to not just survive this moment, but to actually thrive in it. All right, here it is. 3 simple but incredibly powerful ideas. First, open the box. Second, collaborate to elevate. And third, brand beyond the box. Let's break down what each of these really means. First up, open the box. Lego realized that its real power wasn't just in the bricks themselves. It was in the connections people made while building with them. For real estate, this means we have to break down the walls that keep agents, data, and all our tools isolated from each other. And one of the biggest barriers to this are what we call walled gardens. You've probably run into these. They're the closed-off software systems and platforms that just don't talk to each other. They create friction, they slow agents down, and they totally stifle the kind of collaboration that the modern world really demands. Because let's be real, this is how business actually gets done today. It's fast, it's mobile, it's social, it's happening in Slack channels and group DMs, not just at some stuffy monthly meeting. The industry's tech has to support this reality, not fight against it. This brings us right to our second lesson. This simple motto, only the best is good enough, became Lego's North Star. They applied it not just to their bricks, but to their partnerships, realizing they didn't have to do everything all by themselves. So instead of seeing other massive brands as competitors for kids' attention, Lego did something genius. They joined forces with them. Star Wars, Marvel, Harry Potter. I mean, these collaborations were way more than just products. They were cultural events. The lesson here is that smart partnerships are multipliers, not distractions. All right, the third lesson is all about storytelling. Lego didn't change its core identity. I mean, a brick from 1958 still clicks perfectly with one made today. But they totally revolutionized how they told their story. Through movies, video games, theme parks, they expanded their universe without ever losing their soul. And this right here, this is the critical takeaway for every single agent and broker out there. Your brand, your business model, your skills, they are never finished. Success is not a destination. It's a process of constant building and learning. You have to keep building. So you might be wondering, okay, great for a toy company, but is anyone in real estate actually using this blueprint? Absolutely. We are seeing it play out right now in this quiet but really powerful resurgence of the independent brokerage model. See, indie brokerages are just built for this new environment. They're faster because they aren't weighed down by all these layers of bureaucracy. This lets them adopt open tech and collaborate freely. That's lesson one right there. They have the creative freedom to forge these unique local partnerships with the best stagers, the best lenders, even the best coffee shops, which is the absolute essence of collaborate to elevate and brand beyond the box. And let's be clear, this isn't about fighting the old guard. It's about building something totally new. It's about reinvention from the ground up, focusing on what agents and, more importantly, consumers actually need today, not what they needed yesterday. But Lego's success wasn't just about their internal strategy. It was also about presenting this unified, positive brand to the world. And this offers one final, absolutely crucial lesson for the entire real estate industry. And frankly, it's also a bit of a warning. The author puts it so bluntly here. The constant lawsuits, the finger-pointing, the us versus them mentality, it is a massive drain on the industry's energy and resources. It's impossible to build the future when everyone's focused on fighting over the past. So the author argues for a massive shift in focus toward a shared mission. Instead of fighting each other, the goal should be simple: serve the consumer better and strengthen the industry as a whole. Because the real battle isn't internal. It's about winning and, most importantly, keeping consumer trust. You know, at the end of the day, Lego's magic isn't just in the plastic. It's in the way it fosters creativity, connection, and just pure joy. It's a brand that brings people together to build something new. And that is such a powerful lesson. Ultimately, Lego's story is one of incredible optimism. It proves that even from the absolute brink of collapse, reinvention is possible. The blueprint is right there for us: openness, collaboration, and constant evolution. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?